Okay, let's dig into a core challenge, one that I know keeps retail executive, well, thinking hard.
Hmm.
How do you consistently get the most out of your stores?
Yeah, it really comes down to basics, doesn't it? Having the right people.
Right people, right place, right time. We all know that. And smart scheduling, that's the absolute foundation.
For sure. Platforms like StoreForce, they've become essential tools, haven't they? They let you align your labor with, customer traffic.
Sales tools, operational tasks,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Exactly. It helps ensure your labor actually matches the rhythm of the business. It's about moving from just reacting to being truly proactive with staffing.
It's a powerful baseline. But, for any retail leader listening, the moment an associate clocks in, well, that's just the start, isn't it?
Hmm.
So that's where we're really focusing today. What happens after they're scheduled? After they arrive? Are they actually genuinely ready to perform at their best?
That is the million-dollar question, right? You can have the perfect schedule, mathematically precise. But if the team member stepping onto the floor doesn't have the latest info or isn't clear on the priorities for that shift or, how to execute a new process,
Then that perfect schedule doesn't quite deliver.
it falls short. Yeah. The potential isn't realized.
And that's exactly where something like INCITE from Multimedia Plus really enters the picture. It complements the scheduling.
How so?
Well, think of StoreForce as figuring out the when and the who, the smart planning.
Okay, got it. Logistics.
Right. Then INCITE focuses on the how. It's about making sure that person who just clocked in has the knowledge, the tools, the context, everything they need to actually meet and hopefully beat expectations.
Ah, so it's the enablement piece. For you executives tuning in, this isn't just about saving pennies on labor.
No, not at all.
It's about getting the absolute maximum value out of every single hour you do schedule, making every associate effective from minute one.
Exactly. So our mission for you today in this deep dive is pretty clear. We're exploring how putting StoreForce and INCITE together, this strategic pairing,
Smart scheduling plus associate enablement.
can seriously supercharge store performance.
Yeah.
There's a great line summarizing it. Smart scheduling tells you when. INCITE empowers your teams to know how.
And that synergy, that's where the magic happens, really. StoreForce handles the complexity, right? Making sure you have the right number of people.
Based on data, traffic forecasts, sales targets.
All that crucial input, avoiding being understaffed or overstaffed, which is just as bad.
Definitely costly either way.
Yeah.
Getting the right skills on the floor when the customers are actually there. But, like we said, INCITE fills that really important gap.
The preparedness gap.
Yeah, just having someone there isn't the same as having someone ready.
And what's powerful, especially for you leaders thinking about implementation, is how INCITE delivers this. It's right in the flow of work.
Not like separate generic training sessions.
Exactly. It's timely. Think about a new promotion launching today, or a critical policy change, or maybe the new holiday merchandising plan.
Stuff they need to know now.
Right. INCITE pushes that info, that training bite, directly to their mobile device, just in time.
So when they clock in, they're not playing catch-up. They're not hunting down a manager for info.
They already know the deal. They've got the details on the new offers. They understand the process. They're aligned with the day's goals. It shifts from being reactive
to being proactive, empowered from the start.
And think about how that impacts visibility for leadership. StoreForce already gives you a good view, right? Who's working, when, maybe some basic performance data.
Yeah, you get that oversight, comparing stores, shifts, individual KPIs.
Essential stuff. But INCITE adds this really critical layer of context, real-time context.
What kind of context are we talking about?
Things like, did they actually complete that required training module on the new return policy? Did they pass the quick knowledge check about the weekend promotion?
Oh, okay. So you see why things might be happening.
Precisely. That data stream is gold when you're looking at performance.
So let's take an example. Maybe StoreForce flags an associate whose conversion rate dipped this week.
Okay.
Or maybe they're lagging on completing, say, online order fulfillment tasks.
Right, you see the symptom in StoreForce.
Exactly. But with INCITE data layered in, the manager can instantly see, okay, they missed the training module on suggestive selling we pushed out Monday.
Or they haven't passed the quiz on the new fulfillment procedure yet.
Right. So for you as the executive, this integration changes the game. You move past just seeing the performance dip to understanding a potential why.
A knowledge gap, a preparedness issue.
Which means interventions become way more targeted, faster, more effective. You're not just guessing.
You have actual insights guiding your next steps. That's huge.
And that speed, that precision, it naturally builds into this idea of a continuous feedback loop.
Yes, the source material highlights this really well. The synergy creates this cycle of improvement.
It's not just about looking back at reports anymore, is it?
No, it's about building a culture where improvement is constant. StoreForce sets the stage, right? Aligning the people, the tasks, the KPIs based on that smart schedule.
Okay, the plan is set.
Then INCITE delivers the specific training, the information needed to hit those KPIs and complete those tasks.
Targeted enablement.
And then this is key, that the actual performance data, what's really happening on the floor, flows back to the manager.
Closing the loop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And suddenly, coaching isn't just a yearly review thing. It becomes timely, relevant, effective.
Because managers have the right information at the right time, not guesswork.
They can have those coaching-in-the-moment conversations. Imagine a manager seeing a slip-up and being able, right there through INCITE, to pull up a quick video refresher or a checklist that directly addresses that specific gap.
Wow, okay. So it connects the operational plan, the what, with the team's ability to execute the how.
Perfectly aligned, driving that store-level execution we're all aiming for.
So bringing it all together for the retail executives listening, the big outcome here, when StoreForce and INCITE work together, isn't just efficiency. It's something more.
It's preparedness. That's the key word the source uses, and it's spot on.
And that's a really important distinction for leaders, isn't it? Efficiency is like optimizing the process.
Making things run smoother, faster.
But preparedness, that's about empowering your people to nail that process right from the start.
Yeah, being ready to execute flawlessly the moment they walk in.
The source gives a good sense of what these prepared teams actually look like in action. They're not just standing there. They're engaging customers confidently. They're executing tasks accurately. They're delivering results right away.
Because they're informed. They're confident. They know what the goals are for that day.
So, boiling it down for you, the executive listener, success today isn't just about having enough staff.
Absolutely not. It's about making sure every single person on that schedule shows up truly ready to perform, ready to win.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, let's just quickly recap that core synergy. StoreForce nails the when and the who.
The optimized schedule.
And INCITE ensures that who knows how to perform effectively during that when.
The knowledge, the skills, the context. It's the complete picture.
And this combination offers you, as retail executives, a really holistic approach. You get better visibility.
Into scheduling and readiness.
You get actionable insights for faster problem solving.
And tools for real-time effective coaching.
Leading ultimately to a workforce that isn't just present, but is prepared, effective, and driving better results. Period.
Couldn't have said it better.
Which leaves us with maybe one final thought, a question for you to chew on as a retail leader. Right now, how much of your focus, your energy, is on just the mechanics of scheduling?
Getting the hours right.
Versus how much is truly invested in making sure your teams are fully equipped, knowledge, skills, everything to absolutely nail every customer interaction, every task, every single shift?
It's a critical question to ask. And for those of you thinking, okay, I want to explore this further, the source material makes it easy.
Yeah.
They invite you to connect, have a chat, schedule a demo, see how INCITE and StoreForce working together could actually elevate your store performance.
And worth mentioning, too, they highlighted some exclusive offers, potential discounts on StoreForce because of this partnership.
Right. So it could be a really good time to look into moving beyond just scheduling.
Towards building those truly prepared, high-performing teams.